Hello Libra, thank you so much for joining me today. It's Sandra here from Wolf Moon Tarot. This reading is going to look at your energies between the 21st to the 31st of December or thereabouts. I've pre-shuffled the card to get your energy into the cards. But before we start, just a quick mention about what's happening globally in the heavens, just very quickly. On the 21st, it's in the Northern Hemisphere. We have the winter solstice, and this is the shortest day and the longest night, so certainly a good time for reflection, those sorts of energies. We also, on the 21st, some major planets, Jupiter and Saturn, are at their closest as viewed from the Earth. They're closest that they have been for 800 years. So it's quite a spectacular, significant event, and those energies combining for us. So as you look up, if you go out in the evening and look up at the night sky, if it's a clear night, they will appear like a double planet, and all shining brightly like one big star. So quite beautiful, really lovely energy, and quite a unique thing. Event for us in this time. And also then on the 29th of December we have the full moon. It's called a cold moon this time, and so those energies are already building up for us. So let's see, Libra, how all of this is influencing and what it all means for yourselves. So I'll just do a final shuffle of the Oracle of Visions by Shiri Maraschetti to start the reading off, to give some, let me do that again, to give some overall energies. Just take 2 cards. Okay, so we have number 47 and number 40. So number 47, this is about healing. It's a caring energy, friendships as well. So how important our friendships are, and our healing, healing can happen through our relationships and through friendships, and the circle of healing here. And then number 40, and this is about time and life. So taking advantage of everything that's offered in our life at this time. Don't allow the sands of time to run away with you, really. So that's really the message of this card, taking advantage and making the most of every minute, really, that we have. And it could be that it is in connection with friendships, family, relationships, community, and the healing that we receive naturally through these relationships. So, don't allow the relationships to go. They're funny times, aren't they, at the moment? It's very difficult when we can't communicate or keep in touch or see people as we normally would do. So it's just a bit different, isn't it? But it's important. We have the technology nowadays that, we can keep in touch with others, people that are important in our life, to keep those relationships moving and going. So I'll just do a final shuffle now of the Tarot of Dreams. And let's see where all this is going. So we have the heart of your reading or situation, what you're thinking about at this time, hidden influences or the root of the matter, past influences, the future going forward, and then some extra guidance from the universe and the earth energies. And underneath the pack we have the Page of Cups, and the pages bring messenger. They're the messengers of the minor arcana. And of course cups are about love and relationships and what's meaningful for the heart and our emotions. So here we've got the Page of Cups. There's a message that's meaningful for your heart, that is on the way. All right, so I'll just put that down, and we'll do a final shuffle of the Light Seers Tarot. Just lay these on top for a bit of depth and clarity. And at the bottom of the deck we have the Eight of Pentacles, and this is very much about working hard, balancing the books, juggling all sorts of jobs and tasks, or at the same time keeping the cogs going, keeping things moving. Right, I'll just put that to one side also. So interesting, see where this is all going for some of you, Libra. It is a general reading, Libra, so it won't resonate with everybody. So right, at the heart of the reading we have the Two of Coins and the Ace of Cups. The Two of Coins, this is when there's a need for balance and equality perhaps, but there's something up in the air at the moment. Alright, something's coming in here, something's going to go, but things are up in the air at the moment. And it's to do with something new that's meaningful for your heart, but you're having to protect your heart at the same time. I need to protect your heart with whatever it is coming in. It is meaningful for the heart, but I feel you feel the need to protect your heart. But it's whatever it is, it's up in the air at the moment. Something's up in the air as you are protecting your heart for some of you, Libra. Okay. Right. What are you thinking about at the moment, some of you? Well, we've got the Nine of Wands and the Seven of Cups. And the Nine of Wands is standing your ground, standing firm, not giving up, not giving way. And the Seven of Cups, this is about when we have multiple choices, multiple options, but perhaps a need to choose something. And the message for this from this particular picture is look for that which stands out. You see the red cup in the middle there. Look for that which is standing out, whatever the need for choice is, whatever this need to make a decision is about. It can be a bit overwhelming when we have a lot of choice, a lot of options. But yeah, there is a way, do look for that which stands out. Okay, it's all right. I'm not being allowed to leave it at the moment. Right. Okay, so for some of you, it could be that the one that stands out, the one that you go for, may not be the right one. Okay, so that's a bit confusing for you, isn't it? But I've just been drawn. I needed to say that. For some of you, the one that seems obvious may not actually be the right one to choose. So choose wisely and choose carefully. Look into it, whatever it is, this choice you're going to be making or you're needing to make. But stand in your ground and, don't give up, don't give way. Now at the root of this we have the Wheel and the Death and Rebirth card. So the Wheel, this is the Wheel of Fortune or the Wheel of Destiny, and it's already happened. This has already taken place because it's at the root of the situation, or a hidden influence. So the Wheel of Destiny had been turning, and generally this is about turning in your favour. So there's movement going forward. There was movement going forward in the past. And it was about, there was an ending of some sort, and a transformational energy and a rebirth. So at the root of this situation, the Wheel of Fortune was turning. There was part of your destiny, but leading on to something ending, and a time of rebirth. Okay. Now that's at the root of the situation where something is still up in the air, and you're needing to protect your heart, perhaps because of whatever it was that ended, has left you your heart feeling quite vulnerable for some of you. Now the past influences, we have the King of Wands and the Two of Cups. Right, the King of Wands is passionate energy. He brings in energy, movement and change. the King of Wands, particularly in this particular deck, and can represent a bit of a player energy. He is very creative and passionate with what he does, but if something's not working right, he can leave as quickly as he comes in. So he does bring lots of energy and creativity and passion with him when he becomes part of your life. But he can leave as quickly as he comes in. It's that sort of energy in this particular deck of cards for me as a reader. And then the clarifier is the Two of Cups. So this is about a union, a coming together, a spiritual union, like a twin flame type energy. So there was a coming together to do with, for the heart in the past, to do with a King of Wands energy. For some of you, Libra, and that led on to things now being up in the air and needing to protect your heart. But what you're thinking about, you are standing your ground, but you have got to make a choice going forward. And then, of course, at the root of this, but it is connected to the past influences, the Wheel of Destiny was turning. And that may have been when you were involved with a King of Wands energy. And then that came to an end, ready for a rebirth. Now, going forward, we have the Queen of Wands. So there's a couple here on the table. Although the King of Wands is a past energy, the Queen of Wands is going forward. So I do feel at some point that these were a couple sharing a passion, sharing an energy, because, as I say, we did have the Two of Cups, which is two spirits coming together, two like-minded spirits coming together. So it's no surprise then we've got a couple with a similar energy. So, but going forward, the Queen of Wands, and this could well be an aspect of your energy, Libra. Although Libra, you are an air sign and a swords sign, it's very much about the mind, communication, deep thinker, that sort of energy. We all have the different elemental energies within us that come to the fore at different times. So an aspect of yourself, Libra, you will have a Queen of Wands energy, particularly for some of you when it comes to sort of love and relationships and passion. So going forward, Libra, that I feel this is you going forward. You're not with the King of Wands energy any longer, because that wasn't right for you. We've got a King of Swords here. Now, the King of Swords is very much, it's a very different energy to the King of Wands. See, as you can see here, it's a very different energy. Now, the King of Swords is very much to do with the mind. The swords are about, as you know, Libra, you are a swords energy. So this is somebody I feel that is perhaps more compatible with yourself. So far as he uses his mind, it doesn't allow his heart and emotions to steer and guide him. It doesn't mean to say he can't get in touch with his emotions, but he is very much a deep thinker. He uses his mind to sort things out. He will step back and use clarity of thought and logic. He uses logic. What's right and what's just. He is very much a good energy. You'll find King of Swords energies that perhaps in the police force, for example, or high up in a police force, to do with the law and the court. So it's that sort of an energy. So very much clarity of mind, clarity of thought. And for some of you, Libra, going forward, you're going forward as the Queen of Wands with lots of passion for a King of Swords energy. If this isn't, because this does look like a couple, doesn't it, to me? This does look like a couple. But if this is not somebody you're going forward with, Libra, then perhaps this is saying that you will then, going forward, having experienced the King of Wands energy in the past and your heart being a little bit fragile now, that you will perhaps either be looking for somebody that's more of a King of Swords energy going forward, or that you will be adopting the King of Swords energy, using your logic, taking time, perhaps when it comes to choosing wisely, for perhaps a future partner going forward, choosing wisely going forward and looking for somebody that perhaps is more stable and secure, and uses their intellect more than allowing passion to guide them, which is very much like the King of Wands energy in this particular deck. That's interesting. Okay, right. Now this is some advice from the universe, a bit of guidance. We've got the Hanging Man and the Hierophant. So what the universe is saying is, at this time, I feel this is saying that there's no action at the moment. So things are just hanging in the balance at the moment. It may be that sometimes this is about having a bit of a limited perspective on things. But certainly things, there's not an awful lot happening at the moment. Things are just hanging, if you like. But the Hierophant, this is, blessings coming from the universe. This is like the godlike energy, if you like, the rubber stamp on what's good and just and right for you. So, and it's blessings coming down. You see the light shining from the universe coming down, and you see how happy this person is receiving the universal blessings. But so this is on the way for you. The Hierophant energy is on the way for you, for some of you Libra. But the universe just wants to say there's not going to be an awful lot happening in the very near future. Things are just going to be on hold for a little while longer. All right, but these blessings are going to be coming down for you. Okay, right. I think I'm just going to ask for a little bit more information about the Hanging Man and the Hierophant. And I'll use the Wheel of the Year tarot. Could we have some more information about the Hanging Man and the Hierophant, please? For Libra, 21st to 31st of December. Some more information about the Hanging Man and the Hierophant, please. Okay. So, connected to the Hanging Man, things are a bit on hold at the moment. You've got a limited perspective. But the clarifier is the Ace of Chalices, the Ace of Cups. And this is an offer of love. So this is something, a new beginning to do with your heart area, to do with what's meaningful for your heart. So this is an opportunity, an offer coming in for you. Beautiful. But it's just not in the immediate future. It's going to be on hold. So, but the cup of love, the offer that's meaningful for your heart is on the way, but it's on hold at the moment. And I think that's what the universe wants to say. I think the universe is trying to say to you, although the future going forward shows a couple, shows yourself possibly with a King of Swords, it's not going to be happening anytime soon, but it is on the way, and it's worth waiting for. And I think that's part of, perhaps choosing wisely, taking your time. Take your time. Stand firm, stand fast, Don't give up. Don't give way at the moment. Just stand your ground. But because this is on the way. And remember, one of the first cards we looked at was the Page of Cups. And this is about a message of love, a message that's meaningful for your heart. Okay. And then connected to the Hierophant is the Lover's card. So this blessing coming down that is on the way, but not just yet. It is to do with a relationship. It's definitely to do with a relationship for some of you. A very loving and close and intimate relationship. And this looks like, very much the twin flame. And great blessings coming down for you with this relationship. So for some of you, Libra, it's just biding your time, I feel. Allow your heart to heal because of a past ending of some sort. Although you felt it was your destiny, the King of Wands was your destiny, that had to come to an end, but ready for going forward. So, there's lots to learn from all events, from relationships. There's even failed relationships or relationships that didn't quite work out. We still learn a lot from them, ready for going forward. Although sometimes it does leave us with a slightly bruised heart, doesn't it? But you're going to have lots of options going forward, but it is about choosing wisely. But don't rush into anything. You have got a very good partnership and relationship that is on its way. And I feel definitely this reading does appear to be for single, for people who are single. Not 100% necessarily so. It may be, that you'll be coming out of a very close and connected long-term relationship, possibly for some of you. But in any event, I do feel for a lot of you, this is a lot of you that are single and unattached, perhaps at the moment getting over a past relationship. But there is lots to look forward to, but just bide your time, take your time. Don't rush into anything. It is on the way. If you choose too quickly, as with this one, there may be something that stands out and you go for it. Somebody that, you feel is the right, it may not be. So you need to, take your time, learn from the past, learn from perhaps decisions made in the past that didn't quite work out for you. So it's about looking for something different. So, for example, meeting somebody who had perhaps a similar energy at that time as yourself, it wasn't right for you. It wasn't right. It wasn't a lasting relationship. Okay. But the person that's on the way is. And you may not recognise them as somebody the same as you or as compatible, because they're different. It's going to be different. Somebody different to what you would normally perhaps look for or be attracted to. Okay. All right. Let's get two more messages, please. For Libra for the 21st and 31st of December. Two more messages for Libra, please. For the 21st to the 31st of December. So first of all, we have surrender to the journey, release control. Yes, release control. You're being guided. You're being guided on your journey. The light's shining and the beautiful moon, full moon there, look. So release control. Don't feel you have to control everything. It's the journey, it's on its way. Things are going to work out for you, Libra. And so, you know, release the need to perhaps control the future, what's coming in, because it's going to come in anyway. So surrender to the journey, enjoy the journey, Libra. Right, fogged in. So at this time, go slow, take your time. And I think that message has come out, hasn't it, within this reading. It's not the right time to make decisions, or, you know, go full steam ahead in a certain direction. The future's not clear at the moment. It's not quite clear which way you're going, so go slow and take your time. Don't make any big decisions or rash decisions at this time, all right? Because you've got a lot to look forward to, Libra, a lot to look forward to. So surrender to the journey, but go slow, take your time. All right, lovely reading for you, Libra. I hope you've enjoyed it and it's given you a little bit of clarity and support. It is a general reading, so, you know, I feel this is quite a specific reading for either one, two, or a small handful of people, of Librans. But in any event, thank you for joining me. Thank you for watching the reading. And I hope you can join me again in the future. Bye-bye for now.